Hey guys, I Kryptex App here. So I had a picture I posted on YouTube and on Twitter the other day showing a bunch of wire sitting just outside the container. And so that was yesterday, Monday. So this is Tuesday and we have the wire in. So the wire showed up Monday and we actually had time that afternoon. So we actually pulled all the wire to the switch panel. Now we have some garbage there kind of covering up the wire, but we're going to install that into the switch panel. We're actually going to have this transformer get pulled off power tonight. And tonight, starting at about 5 p.m., we're going to work until we are hooked up. So the building's going to be down, but we want to get that all done tonight so that going forward, the building's taken care of. So yeah, I want to show you guys what we did with all the wire. And we got it all pulled. I wish I knew a little bit more about all this wire, but yeah, there's five pieces. I know the green I think's ground and gray. So I'm not the electrician. I should know this. I don't, so I'm not going to tell you what it is. But all I know is that was really heavy. But we're getting this set up to where we can start running wire up and go through to the PDUs, and that wire is actually sitting right over here. So we got this big roll of wire. So this is what's going to be going to the PDUs. Okay, so we got that in as well. So our goal tonight is to get the power hooked up. Yes, it's going to be turned off, the breakers and stuff, but at least the building's taken care of. We don't have to bother the building, the other tenants in here. We don't have to bother anyone else. Everything on that end is done. So that's the goal for tonight. So hopefully we're not here all night, but we'll see. But then we can start running PDUs, wiring those things up, and getting those ready to go. So I'm not sure where this other PDU is. My business partner, they stayed here and they actually finished. We had 5 of the 6 pulled before I left. So I know they stayed and finished and kind of moved some stuff around. So, but yeah, that's the goal, is to get the PDUs done up and so forth. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. You know, kind of a follow up with, okay, we had all the wires show up. So here's what we actually did with it. Otherwise, we're getting some of the wiring done for the switches and the lights and that kind of stuff. So I know we had talked about actually putting the switches, actually wiring the switches directly in, but here he has outlets. So I'm not sure if he changed his plan or something changed. So I'll let my electrician update on me before I update you guys. But we're getting there. We're getting a lot of progress here. Still got a lot to do. And so we actually came to a decision last night. If we hunkered down and did everything that we needed to get done, we could probably turn on the 17th of July. That's a little less than 2 weeks from today when I'm recording this video. The problem is if we do that, there's a lot of little stuff that would like to get done that we're not sure if we can get done perfectly. So, and also the main thing, the biggest reason is the bill cycle for the bill. And I know I've talked about this in my lives. Our bill cycle for the container is the 8th. Now, clients are going to pay starting on the 1st, so it's a lot cleaner that way. But on our personal end, our bill cycle is the 8th. So if we start on the 17th, we're a third of the way through the month. And I know, like I talked about, our demand's really high. If I turn on 100 ASICs, so then our demand's at this certain high number. I turn on all these ASICs, but then our actual kilowatt hours is only 2/3 what we normally would. Okay, we have 100 ASICs running the entire month. You know, our kilowatt hours is like 144,000, give or take. If I do that, but I only do it for 2/3 of the month, our kilowatt hours is 100,000. Now, the way most electrical bills are broken down is the first big chunk of kilowatt hours, you know, let's say 80,000. You know, I just, like I said, if we turn on 2/3 of the way of the month, we're at 100,000. Let's say it's 80,000. Then we're charged at a higher rate, okay? Depending on what that rate is. It could be 10 cents, 12 cents, 8 cents, just depends. We get charged at a higher rate. After you get past that first big chunk, it starts dropping lower. Then it drops down to, you know, if it's 10 cents, it drops down to 8 cents. It drops down to 4 cents after a certain point. But if you only have your power turned on for 2/3 of the month, you can't get to that cheaper rate. So you're actually being charged for all your power at that higher rate. because your demand is so high. So we are going to wait, and actually I'll do some testing. I'll turn some ASICs on just to make sure everything's up and working, everything's running, make sure, that kind of stuff. But I don't think we're going to turn on for clients until July 8th. So I'll talk more about that. We'll start actually taking inventory of ASICs, starting after the 1st. So then they're sitting here, they're ready. And then, like I said, I'm going to probably be testing some of mine, make sure PDUs work, make sure internet works, make sure everything's working as we intend, get everything kind of set up, and then turn on the 8th for all of our clients. So just want to give you guys a little update. That's something we looked at, but it's also something, this is a business. We're providing a service for you guys, making, cheaper hosting and, hosting that you can trust. But we have to be in business to actually give you that service. So we're trying to, not get too far in the hole right at the beginning. And, I know it's going to take a little bit of time to get up to where we want to be, but we also don't want to dig our own hole any bigger than we have to. So that is why we're going to wait to the 8th. So hopefully that answers your questions on that kind of stuff, guys. It's not perfect. It's not exactly what we want, but it is our best decision. And so hopefully you guys can understand that and still work with us. And, we're going to have, that extra time also gives us a little time to breathe. Gets us a little bit more time to get everything dialed in. Dial in the air a little bit better, dial in the, the sides, the filters, the internet, get everything dialed in better than what, we'd have to rush to get it turned on the 17th. That's best case scenario. So this gives us a little more time to breathe a little bit and do it the right way. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's just a little bit of an update. I know I'm going to go live here and I'll talk a little more about this, but not everyone checks out my live. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have questions, contact me in the description down below, contact@iowamining.io. And, if you're looking to host in the future or just got questions on how we did and what we did and why, I'll be happy to answer whatever I can. And we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.